Hey Explorer, ever feel your heart racing, your palms sweating, or your stomach churning right before a big moment, like a crucial job interview or stepping onto the stage for a school play? That's anxiety making its grand appearance. Curious about what's really going on behind these vital sensations? Join us as we journey through the world of anxiety. We will uncover what anxiety really is, from diving into the full spectrum of anxiety disorders to unraveling the captivating science behind how and why your brain's alarm system sometimes goes haywire. And be sure to stick around so we can give you practical strategies to transform anxiety from a foe to a powerful ally. Ready to tackle anxiety head-on? Let's get into it. So, first up, what is anxiety? By definition, anxiety is a normal emotional response to a real or perceived threat or any situation of uncertainty characterized by feelings of fear and worry. It's part of our body's threat detection system, which is crucial for our survival because it helps us distinguish between safety and danger. Our brains are wired to prioritize anxiety because it's essential for staying alive. For instance, imagine you're hiking in the woods and you hear a rustling noise in the bushes. Anxiety kicks in, making you more alert and cautious. This heightened sense of danger helps you stay vigilant and ready to react, whether it's stepping back from a potentially dangerous animal or simply being more aware of your surroundings. This survival mechanism helps you avoid potential threats and keep yourself safe. But here's the tricky part. While anxiety is designed to protect us, it can sometimes become overly sensitive and persistent. When this happens, it can morph into a real villain known as anxiety disorder, a mental health concern that leaves you on edge and restless, even when there's no real danger around. Imagine a smoke alarm at your home that's so sensitive it goes off not just for a real fire, but also when you've merely burnt your toast. That would be incredibly frustrating, right? On top of that, this heightened sensitivity can lead to exaggerated physical symptoms like a racing heart, profuse sweating, dizziness, nausea, and even panic attacks, making you feel like you're in constant danger. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. For many, living with this heightened state of alertness can be exhausting and overwhelming. Here's an alarming fact. Anxiety disorders are the most common mental health issue in the United States, affecting over 40 million adults, or roughly 19% of the population. And nearly one half of those diagnosed with depression are also diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. And here's something even more eye-opening. Nearly 50% of young people between the ages of 18 and 24 report symptoms of anxiety or depressive disorders. This highlights a significant mental health challenge facing our younger generations. In addition, women are particularly affected, with more than twice the likelihood of experiencing anxiety disorders compared to men. As you can see, anxiety is a significant concern within the field of mental health. Yet, despite the prevalence and impact, more than 60% of people with anxiety disorders don't seek therapy. This means that understanding and raising mental health awareness is vital for encouraging therapy and addressing anxiety with the seriousness that it deserves. Wouldn't you agree? Well, to gain a deeper insight, it's important to recognize that anxiety can take many forms. Here are some of the key types of anxiety disorders. Generalized anxiety disorder. Imagine waking up every morning with a nagging worry about handling everything on your to-do list. From work deadlines to family responsibilities, this constant concern makes it hard to focus on anything without feeling overwhelmed. In fact, GAD tops the list of anxiety disorders affecting 6.8 million adults in the US. Health anxiety. Picture someone who, after a minor headache or unusual symptom, becomes consumed with fear about having a serious illness. Seems unbelievable, right? Yet, that's the reality for many. Despite medical tests showing no problems at all, the worry persists, leading them to constantly check their health or seek unnecessary medical advice. Social anxiety disorder. This is where a person feels paralyzed with fear before attending a social gathering. They worry obsessively about being judged, making a mistake, or embarrassing themselves, which makes social events extremely stressful or even unmanageable. Panic disorder. Imagine you're at a grocery store and suddenly you're feeling like your heart's racing, your chest is tightening, and dizziness sets in. You fear you might be having a heart attack, but it's actually a panic attack, leaving you anxious about having these attacks in public spaces. Phobias. Ever wondered why some people are paralyzed by the thought of flying? Even the mere idea of getting on a plane can trigger intense fear, leading them to avoid air travel altogether, even if it means missing important events or vacations. And it's not just flying. Spiders, heights, and other common triggers can spark intense anxiety that feels impossible to escape. Separation anxiety disorder. Picture a child who becomes inconsolable when their parents leave for work or school, experiencing intense distress and fear of being apart from them. This anxiety can also affect adults who struggle with separation from loved ones. Selective mutism. Think of a child who happily chats at home but suddenly becomes silent and withdrawn at school or during social events. Despite having the ability to speak, they can't do so in certain social situations due to overwhelming anxiety. The fact that children can also experience anxiety disorders highlights the importance of educating children about mental health and anxiety. Movies like Inside Out 2 can be incredibly helpful for kids to understand anxiety. It visually explains how emotions like anxiety can affect our thoughts and actions, making it easier for kids and adults to relate and express their feelings. Now, does the gravity of anxiety have you pondering how this natural alarm system works and why it sometimes goes into overdrive? Let's investigate the fascinating science behind it. We'll explore how different parts of your brain interact to create the emotion of anxiety, and by understanding these mechanisms, you'll gain insight into why you feel the way you do during anxious moments. Picture this. You're at the zoo, enjoying a leisurely day when you suddenly see a lion. Anxiety kicks in, and your brain's alarm system goes off, making you feel like you're in immediate danger. Your heart races, your pupils dilate, your muscles tense, and you're ready to run. But then you remember from past experiences that the lion is safely behind bars. You check to see if it's true? Yep. It is. Your rational mind reassures you that there is no real threat, and your anxiety subsides. Well, that would be the ideal scenario, but what if that alarm doesn't turn off? Instead of calming down, you remain on high alert. Your brain keeps sending signals that you're in danger, even though the lion is securely caged. This persistent, unwarranted anxiety makes it difficult to relax, think clearly, or enjoy the rest of your visit, leaving you stuck in a state of constant worry and fear. Anxiety begins in a part of the brain called the amygdala, which acts like an alarm system for detecting threats. When the amygdala perceives a threat, even something as small as an impending deadline or an unexpected call from your boss, it sends out distress signals to various parts of the brain, including the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus then triggers the body's fight or flight response by activating the sympathetic nervous system. Suddenly, your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and your breathing becomes rapid. This is because your adrenals release adrenaline, making the brain more alert and heightening the senses, preparing the body to respond to what it perceives as danger. This stress hormone boosts the heart rate to ensure blood is rapidly delivered to vital organs and muscles, preparing the body for a swift response. It also dilates the airways in the lungs to enhance oxygen intake, crucial for fueling physical exertion, and causes the pupils to widen, improving vision to better detect potential threats or changes in your environment. Isn't that amazing? Your amygdala also communicates with the hippocampus, which stores your memories. For instance, if you once had a bad experience giving a speech, the hippocampus might remind you of that past event, making you even more anxious about the upcoming presentation. And here's the real kicker. Normally, the prefrontal cortex, the brain's decision-making center, helps regulate the amygdala's emotional responses. However, with anxiety disorder, the amygdala's alarm signals can become so intense that they disrupt the prefrontal cortex's ability to function effectively. This makes it hard for you to focus on other tasks or think clearly. In essence, anxiety overwhelms the brain's decision-making center, making it difficult to manage emotions and respond to situations rationally. So, how to deal with this anxiety? Dealing with anxiety is like navigating through a stormy sea. Sometimes overwhelming, but manageable with the right tools and experience. Whether it's the jittery feeling before a big event or persistent worries that just won't quit, anxiety impacts us all. To steer through these rough waters, it helps to know what actions can calm the storm and which ones might stir it up further. Let's explore some straightforward do's and don'ts that can make a real difference in taming anxiety and promoting peace of mind. Do follow the 3-3-3 rule. Look around you and name 3 things that you see. Then, name 3 sounds that you hear. Finally, move 3 parts of your body: your ankle, fingers, or arm. Whatever. Whenever you feel your brain going 100 miles per hour, this mental trick can help center your mind, bringing you back to the present moment. Do. Practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, and progressive muscle relaxation helps calm the mind and body. These techniques allow you to stay present and reduce the intensity of anxiety symptoms. Do. Engage in regular physical activity. Exercise is a powerful tool for anxiety relief. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters, and can help reduce stress levels. Aim for activities you really enjoy, whether it's walking, running, or yoga. Do. Adopt healthy lifestyle habits. Get adequate sleep. Eat balanced meals that include foods known to help reduce anxiety, such as leafy greens, nuts, berries, and fatty fish like salmon. Green tea and chamomile tea are shown to have calming effects and support mental well-being. A healthy lifestyle supports overall mental well-being and helps manage anxiety more effectively. Do. Seek professional help. Therapy with a mental health professional can be highly effective. Cognitive behavioral therapy is particularly useful in addressing anxiety by helping you reframe negative thought patterns and develop coping strategies. Medication may also be an option under supervision. Do. Build a support system. Connecting with friends, family, or support groups can provide emotional support and practical advice. Sharing your experiences with others who understand can alleviate feelings of isolation and offer new perspectives on managing anxiety. And now for the things you should probably, definitely, hopefully avoid. Avoid caffeine or stimulants. Overdoing these can exacerbate anxiety symptoms. Avoid isolation. Stay engaged with supportive social connections to create a sense of community. Avoid alcohol and drugs. These can worsen anxiety and affect your mental health significantly. Avoid skipping meals. Maintaining regular eating habits will help stabilize blood sugar levels and, in turn, anxiety levels. Avoid negative coping mechanisms. Avoidance or excessive reassurance seeking can lead to more anxiety. By integrating these practical strategies into your daily routine, you can better manage anxiety and foster a more balanced and peaceful life. Remember, it's all about finding what works best for you and taking proactive steps toward well-being. Above all, it's crucial to recognize that anxiety disorders are not a personal failing or a sign of weakness. They are a serious health issue, just like diabetes or heart disease. Raising mental health awareness is essential to ensuring these debilitating conditions receive the attention and treatment they deserve. As we conclude this enlightening journey, let these wise words resonate. Your anxiety does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows, but only empties today of its strengths. Curious to learn more about mental health? Check out our detailed insights on ADHD and discover how it impacts women and what strategies can help manage it effectively.